I'll tell you about the time I was the scaredest of my whole life. And that was when one of a little outpost that the brigade had got overrun. They had dug in a certain area there that they were supposed to defend, but they had made the mistake of hiring locals to dig their holes for them. I knew the sergeant was in charge, and it didn't surprise me when I heard about this one. He was a lazy guy, and they came back a couple of nights later and just ran right over his position. They not only killed everybody, they took all their equipment. Had a 50 caliber machine gun, a whole bunch of radios, and a couple of 30 caliber machine guns. And they put us on their track. It was not just my platoon, but we were all coming in different directions, and we chased those guys for a month all over the Central Highlands. But they started dropping. We knew they were losing because they started dropping equipment. They dropped the 50 caliber first. It was heaviest, and the base plates, and then they dropped the 30 calibers, and you could see they were running for their lives and dropping equipment. And we caught up with them on a big open, probably the size of a football field, with all of the area around it of elephant grass, which is big weed grass that grows about 10, 12 feet high. And with us and our battalion and another battalion on the left, and some Vietnamese airborne on our right, and we just drove them right down in there. That night, they tried to fight their way out to my left, to the second platoon, but they kicked them back in there again. The next morning, they got psychological warfare people to come with their microphones and everything, and said, you're surrounded in this elephant grass. You can't defend this area. So one or two of them started coming out. Well, this happened right in front of me. 19 gave up. Hands up. They were hungry. They were tired. That was well and good, except they didn't bring their rifles or any of their equipment. So I decided that wasn't going to work. I said, come on, we got to go back and get your rifles and all your equipment. So it was kind of a downhill into this elephant grass. We walked back downhill. Well, I learned a lesson there. Don't ever assume anything, because I assumed at least one of my squads would come with me and help me on this. And then I turned around to tell somebody, tell those guys over there to get the rifle. I turned around, wasn't nobody there. That's what I looked around and there wasn't anybody there. So, and I was probably 30, 40 yards from the nearest friendly, and I was surrounded by 19 guys with rifles. And they were looking at me like, do you know what you've done? And I tell you what, I would tell you right then, I was terrorized. I was the scaredest I've ever been in my whole life of anything. I was trying to bluff my way through it. I gotta tell you, it was like, I had to be the biggest, baddest guy in the grass. And I was giving orders, and I was trying to bluster up and tell them to clear the rifles, get the ammunition out of the rifles, and sling them over their backs, And thankfully they did. I marched them out of the elephant grass. When I got out of the elephant grass, I had 21. I'd picked up 2 somewhere along the line. Well, I didn't know if I was going to get out of the elephant grass. My knees were shaking so bad. It was a lifetime experience. That's all I had to do when I went down there is yell to one of the squad leaders, bring your squad, And I just assumed, and that was the wrong thing to do. Yeah.